Hi everyone, I'm Lucy and this is my channel Geek Petite, where I talk to you about my sewing and specifically dressmaking. I know it's been a long time since I've chatted to you, and that's just various reasons, but basically I've hardly done any sewing. So there wasn't really anything to kind of show you or share in terms of plans and things. But I have started again and I have made something. So that's what I'm going to talk to you a bit about today, and also what I'm in the middle of. But I actually finished a garment. So I will tell you all about this garment in a minute. But yeah, what got me back into doing stuff was that I started going along to some sewing day sessions run by Tamlin from Sewn on the Tyne. I am so lucky because I live just 15 minutes away from the venue that she uses to run these groups, and it's just brilliant because you've got from 10 till 4, it's just uninterrupted sewing time, which, you know, when you're at home, there's various requests for snacks and things like that from kids. Well, there is from mine, and you know, other jobs that you get caught up and involved in, and it's just very difficult to just focus on sewing alone. But we meet up at this lovely place where there's we all get a big table each, and there's loads of room, and everyone's so nice and friendly, and obviously we will chat about what we're making and go and have a look at what other people are doing, and we can pick up tips and just learn from everyone's experience, and it's just lovely to see all the variety and range of different things that people are doing. So I've been to, they run on a Sunday monthly, and I've been along to the last 2 months, and I'm booked into the next 2 months, so I'm really looking forward to those. And that's where I basically had wanted to make this particular shirt, and the first session that I went along to, I just I started from scratch, and I think I had the pattern pieces traced out, but that was it. So I did all my cutting and everything, and there's big space to do that as well, which is brilliant. So yeah, I kind of started it all at the session, and probably got loads more done than I would have done at home. So it was brilliant. Okay, so this is my Kalle shirt. This is the pattern here, and I will step back in a little bit to show you a bit more of the detail. But I made it in this cotton poplin fabric from Guthrie & Ghani. I bought the pattern and the fabric both from Guthrie & Ghani last October. Anyway, so yeah, this cotton poplin, it's a really nice navy, and if I come up closer, you can just hopefully see this little detail, which is like little circles with almost a sort of hatched embroidery of the same colour in, and that's all over, that's just spaced out all over the fabric. So it's a really beautiful, and it's really lovely, lightweight as well. So the shirt pattern is absolutely brilliant. It's if you can see the line drawings, you've got 3 different versions that you can do. Now, I mean, basically you've got a cropped kind of standard shirt size, and then the like dress tunic. Now, normally I would go for either the shirt or the dress, but I really wanted to just try something different and come out of my comfort zone. So that's why I decided on the cropped version, and because it's quite loose fitting, I based it on my bust measurement, and so I made a size 12. Yeah, so I'm just going to adjust the camera so you can see the full version. Yeah, so this kind of shows you how cropped it is, and it's got this really lovely hem facing that you use to create this lovely kind of bit where it comes up and then it drops down a little bit at the back. So yeah, I really love that detail. And then it's a grown on sleeve, and it's just got a little cuff that you attach. Yeah. So the great thing about this is that you can kind of mix and match different elements of the pattern. So you've got, I think you can see there that you've got different pleats. So you can do a box pleat or an inverted, and I did the inverted pleat. But you can choose to have either on whichever version you're doing. You've also then got the option of a standard collar, which I think it shows you here. Standard collar or the band collar, and as you can see, I've chosen to do the band collar. And then another option that you can play around with is the button placket. So again, you can see on just say version 2, but this shirt version just has a partial placket. Then where they're showing the dress version, it's going all the way down, and this top one on the cropped version is what I opted to do, and I'll show you that now. But basically you can just mix and match all of those all of those elements, which I think is absolutely brilliant. So it's a little bit difficult with the microphone here, but so I've got the hidden placket, but you do have your top button exposed. So I could have chosen navy, obviously, but I just thought this is kind of a pearlescent, it'd be really difficult to see, but a little pearlescent button. And then I did just get the same ones for inside. But so you can just see them in the hidden placket, which worked out absolutely brilliantly. I'm so pleased. I've never done a band collar or a placket or a hem facing like this one before, so it was really good to do some new techniques and have it work out well. So just to tell you a little bit about kind of the construction experience, if you like, and where I kind of came across issues, might just be helpful if you decide to make this shirt as well. So it was pretty straightforward for the first sort of few steps. And then, now I can't remember the order of this, so I'll just talk about the bits where I found it a challenge. So the first one I remember is the yoke, the yoke at the back. And what it is you use the burrito method to kind of pull it all through to the right side once you've done the necessary stitching to construct it all. Now the instructions, I looked at them at least 10 times because I was baffled by having done what they asked me to do and finding that it was just impossible to actually use the burrito method to get everything to be as it should be when it was pulled through. It actually was telling, from what I could see, it was telling me to use the wrong part of the yoke to attach a part of the yoke to another part of the yoke that was incorrect, because then when I checked it out I had a look online and I found the sew along from the website, and that actually told me to do something different, to connect two different pieces together, and then that worked out brilliantly. So if you are doing, if you do decide to make this shirt, I would strongly suggest that you have a look at both the written instructions and check out the sew along on the website as well, because it's just so helpful. And I used them interchangeably because that's that's just the way that I found it the easiest to follow the instructions. Now another part that was a bit tricky was the placket, because before you put all of this together you kind of concertina it, and it's a little bit confusing because you do it a certain way, but the fabric is the right side up when you do it, or it needs to be the right side up when you're doing it, and I think we're often used to working on the wrong side. So anyway, I just had to kind of think really carefully about that to ensure that the buttonhole bits were going to be in the right place and all of that kind of thing, because obviously it's you've got to sew it quite precisely, so it's a really important bit to get right. So that required a little bit of extra brain power. And then the band, yes, the collar band. I think it's just because I've never done one, and you have to, it's a little bit fiddly in places, and I think that's just about, you know, remembering that with something like this you just need to be sewing really precisely, and you need your markings to be very precise as well. And that was the same with the facing. There were parts on the pattern where you had to mark dots, and I think I kind of did that thing where I thought, oh, I'm not really sure what that's for. I'll just, you know, pop the mark on, but I didn't do it really precisely. And then I realized when I was sewing how important it was to have that spot exactly right and where it should be, because you're actually instructed to sew precisely from that dot and around to, you know, wherever else. But yeah, so that was quite hard to get it nice and flat. It was just a little bit complicated, and you know, things like that always are when you're doing them for the first time. So, but yes, there were plenty of bits that were just, you know, really straightforward. Lots of ironing from what I remember. But yeah, I'm just so chuffed with it. I really love the hidden placket. I think that works lovely, and it just feels just really airy and breezy, and I think it's just going to be perfect for the summer. And yeah, obviously this is quite a dark plain version, so I'm really it's really got me inspired to kind of make something a bit a bit brighter, maybe a nice a nice cotton that's got a lovely design on, a lovely bright coloured design on it. Would just be something really different, and maybe I'd make a longer version, so maybe make the shirt version next time. But yeah, overall I am chuffed to bits with it. So guys, just in terms of what I am making next, again, I got this project started at one of the Sew Tune sessions that Tamlin runs. I think this time I managed to get my pieces cut out before the session. So here it is. I am making the lander pants, which I'm sure a lot of you will be familiar with and some of you will have made. So they're just a lovely straight leg with a button fly. So I've got to the point where, so they're in this really lovely, it's a, I don't know what colour you would call it. It's a deep green anyway. It's a chunky cord, and I got it absolutely years ago with these pants in mind from Sarah at Like So Amazing. So yes, it's just a lovely, nice and thick. Yeah, so pleased. I love the patch pockets at the back. They're lovely and big, and then you've got these great big ones here at the front as well. And it's the first time I've done any kind of fly, I think. So yeah, you can just see it coming together, and it's got the buttonholes all done. Yes, I managed to buy the buttons for these, and then it was a day when I was all over the place, including down the beach, and I managed to lose them. So I had to go back and get some different ones. But yeah, so they're all ready. So I've basted the side seams, which is what the instructions tell you to do. And what I've realised is it's feeling big. They're feeling big. I think I need to take a couple of centimetres out. So I think what I'll do is just redo the darts here. If I just mark it across by 0.5 centimetre each, that's going to take 2 centimetres out, and then I'm assuming I can do the same with the waistband, just take a couple of centimetres out. But obviously I'll have to be careful. Maybe I won't actually cut it until I've pinned it and everything. But yes, super pleased with those, and I got, you know, quite far with them during the sewing session, which was brilliant, because obviously then, you know, it just means there's less to do afterwards. So yeah, just the waistband, belt loops on the waistband, the waistband to do. I think I went across 3 sizes with those trousers, but anyway, when I finish them I'll talk to you about them a little bit more. But that's basically where I'm at, and now I need to have a think about what I want to do next, because obviously well, I'm hoping these will be finished by the end of the week, and then I'll be wanting to start on something else, because I've really got the bug again. So yeah, that's everything for today. And yeah, I hope to be chatting to you more regularly. Thank you so much for coming back if you're a subscriber, and if you've enjoyed this video and you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you enjoyed it, do hit the thumbs up, because that will get YouTube to show it to other people who enjoy sewing videos. So yeah, I hope to see you again really soon, guys, and it's lovely chatting to you. Okay, bye.